Hello, everyone. Want to talk a little bit about your fluid intake in relation to like while you're exercising, and what are some of the things that you need to look at. So first and foremost, when you are talking about like food intake or supplements or any of that kind of stuff during exercise, like the number one consideration that you need to have is with your fluid and making sure you are not becoming dehydrated. All right, this is significant when you're doing longer distance stuff, like a marathon, right? Triathlon, something along those lines, like where you're going to be exercising for a significant amount of time. And kind of the basic recommendation is 6 ounces every 10 to 15 minutes, obviously weather dependent. The warmer it is, the more water we got to take in. But we want to make sure that we're kind of adhering to that guideline. Now, as you get into sustained exercise, so we're talking about something over an hour in length, so you're starting to get into stuff longer than like a 10K, which is like 6.2 miles, but stuff longer than that. You want to have the same fluid intake, right? But you also want to have like an 8% glucose polymer. So when you're looking at that, like a glucose polymer is a fancy way to say Gatorade, right? Not Gatorade Zero, like we want the sugars, we want the carbs, like we need to get that blood sugar back in so our bodies can function, right? And all that is just like a performance-based thing. Like I want to have easy access to glucose to continuously go. So if I'm going to have six ounces every 10 to 15 minutes, right? Like that's 6 ounces with the 8% glucose polymer, right? And that should be able to sustain me to have a pretty good work level, like load for that hour. When you start talking about doing stuff for like 2+ hours, well, now we have to start worrying about restoring or keep our glycogen stores for increased performance, right? So we're going to have to take on more carbs, right? Like you see those guys eating gel or taking in gels during these long duration things. If you ever watch like the Tour de France, they'll have like the feed stations. They'll get all their gels, they'll get little bars, they'll get stuff that allows them to sustain the effort levels that they're going to go. Like I highly recommend, if you've never watched the tour, to watch one stage or the highlights, right? On a long one with feeding stations. There's a lot of crashes in those ones, so it's pretty fun. But also you can kind of see like what they're doing. I mean, a lot of times they have like rice balls and a bunch of stuff that goes into it. And there's actually like a documentary on Netflix that goes into a lot of this stuff. So anyways, fluid intake during exercise, your number one consideration.